Hey everybody, Dirili here. Thank you so much for joining me for another episode of Hakuouki Zuisoroku, or the fan disc material added to the PS3 version. Today we are doing Hijikata's Memories of Love Part 2. So without further ado, let's hop right into that. You can just sit back, relax, and let me read you a story. Memories of Love, Hijikata 2, February 1867. The protagonist accompanies Hijikata and the captains to Shimbara to help keep their true purpose there from being discovered. Before long, however, everyone's drinking, and she ends up helping a very drunk Hijikata back to his room. Ooh, I can see how that can get all kinds of spicy. Yes, I would like to begin here. Sounds good to me. Drunk Hijikata, here we come!
Sometimes, I wonder if this is just a long dream, and eventually I'm going to have to wake up.
Well, in the beginning it was a good dream, but it kind of turns into a nightmare. His voice was calm and quiet as he squinted up at the starry sky. For one brief moment, his mask fell away. Instead of a cold, vicious commander, he was just a man with a warm, open look on his face. I'd never thought he wasn't handsome, but suddenly he was more than that. Just being next to him made me nervous, but I couldn't bear to tear myself away. From behind us, I could hear the noise and laughter of the party. But I don't care about that. I only care about this beautiful man in front of me. October 1866. Time for the journal entries. The notice board down at the Sanjo Ohashi Bridge had been torn down. Destruction of a shogunate decree was an affront to the shogunate's authority and treasonous. The Shinsengumi had been ordered to guard the new notice board and had arrested a ronin from the Tosa domain. But in the middle of the arrest, a person appeared who looked just like me. As much as I wanted to, it didn't seem possible that something like that could be a coincidence, and that worried me. Nonetheless, the Shinsengumi had decided to have a party at Sumi in Shimbara to celebrate the arrest. I'd had a lot on my mind, and being at Shimbara for the first time made me nervous, but later I would look back on that night as a fond memory. They're going out of order again, because I've been here before for my mission in the last episode. It was one of the last times we would all be together. Aww. Not too long after that night, relations between the various members of the Shinsengumi would become strained. The inciting event was the behavior of Ito and his faction, who began to act without authorization. Thanks a lot, Heisuke, for bringing him in. February 1867. Almost before I realized it, the new year had come and gone. Then, on an otherwise unremarkable day, I found myself drawn into a party by someone else's impulsive decision. And whose decision was that? Memories of Love, Part 2. February 1867. Hijikata had instructed me to accompany him to Shimbara.
Tell me Ito didn't spot you two leaving. Yeah, we're good. We just told everybody we were heading off to Shimbara for a little fun, just like we always do.
Yep, not suspicious at all. That's totally normal, for these two especially.
What about you, though? Won't he suspect something? Why do you think I bought her? Only an idiot would think I was bringing this kid to a secret meeting.
Well, so I was cover. It wasn't a very nice way to put it, but he was right, of course. No one in the Shinsengumi was less connected to politics than I was, which, as Hijikata had rightly discerned, made me an excellent smokescreen. Well, I guess I'm happy to do it again. What should I do?
Forget everything you see and hear here. Good?
Yes. I nodded quickly. As I said, any other answer would have been frowned on.
Alright, report. What did Ito want to talk about? Bastard was in Shimbara for 3 whole days.
Near the beginning of the year, Ito had taken Nagakura and Saito to Shimbara and stayed there for several days. Oh, is he trying to schmooze with you guys? Seduce you over to the dark side? Everyone had thought it was exceedingly strange and possibly inappropriate, but Ito's position as colonel had made it impossible to criticize or question him openly.
Well, I'm guessing Saito already told you most of it. Anyway, he was trying to recruit us. He kept asking us stuff like if we didn't like how the Shinsengumi was doing things, or how if the shogunate couldn't get with the nationalist program, it was on its way out. Gotta admit, it really takes some balls to just up and ask the captains of the Shinsengumi if they want to switch sides.
Yeah, I don't like it.
He's not even trying to hide it anymore. What did he say? I let him wine and dine me for 3 days, but in the end I just told him hanging out with his guys wasn't any fun, and he got about as red as I've ever seen anyone get.
I don't want to join you, you're no fun.
Sorry you have to put up with all this cloak and dagger idiocy. Nah, don't sweat it. I've got 3 days of free food and booze. You don't see me complaining.
Just take advantage of what you can get and say no.
The ball's in your court now, Hijikata. You've got something up your sleeve, right? Yeah, alright. We're done here. Go ahead and drink all you want. Don't worry about curfew tonight. Whoa, don't tell me you're just going to head back. Hey, hold on. We're all equals today, right? Chizuru, go get us some sake.
Hey, if we're all equals, then why am I getting the sake? What? Really?
Hey, I'm not here to drink.
But you're gonna anyway.
Then you're not thinking this through. How suspicious is it going to be if a bunch of guys met up in Shimbara and then just leave without sharing a few drinks? You have a point. Fine, only a little though, got it?
Sure.
Sure. Let's get started. Chizuru, get us a couple bottles.
Fine, I'll be your serving wench. Okay. I jumped up and hurried off. I guess all I'm good at is serving and making tea and pouring drinks.
Hey, pour me some more. My cup's empty already.
You can't ask politely. Alright. Harada watched me for a moment and then let out a hearty laugh.
Man, I could get used to this.
Excuse me? Oh, I can't wait to read Harada's extras. He's so sweet and I really want to see what extra scenes we can have with him. He raised his eyebrows.
Whoa, sorry. Didn't mean to be rude. Just trying to say you look good, that's all.
Am I still dressed as a boy, though?
And sake tastes best when there's a pretty lady nearby, am I right?
Nagakura laughed, and Hijikata gave a small snort.
Shinpachi trying to flatter someone? No, I've seen everything.
The tense atmosphere from earlier had disappeared, replaced by a comfortable sense of relaxation and enjoyment. It wasn't often that I got the chance to enjoy myself, and I relished the opportunity.
Damn, it's too bad Soji didn't come with us. It's been a long time since we just hung out like this, huh? Can't help it. This wasn't something I'd drag a sick man out of bed for. Didn't plan on having a drink afterwards. Besides, if he was here, he'd just pester me the whole damn time. Wouldn't be able to enjoy my sake.
Good point.
Huh, Soji's gotta be the only person who'd even think about screwing with you like that.
Yeah, Soji's not shy at all about taking it up with Hijikata. Nagakura laughed, and so did Hijikata.
Anyway, we can't push Soji too hard right now. If I could, I'd send him off to recover somewhere, but we can't afford to lose him right now. He's too important to the Shinsengumi. Yeah.
Aww. Looks so sad. I could understand why Harada hadn't said much. The Shinsengumi might not be falling apart, but its foundations were growing unstable.
I'm not sure if it's because they keep inviting them or what, but seems like Keisuke and Saito sure are going out drinking with Ito's guys a lot. Don't know. No way the sake is going to taste good with them around.
He seemed to be speaking from experience.
Leave it. You think we should start telling people who they can and can't share a drink with?
Hijikata gave him a strained laugh, but Nagakura still seemed upset.
Forget the details. Tonight's on me, so drink up. Somebody just said the magic words.
His cheer sounded a little forced, but he seemed to understand that Hijikata probably shared his concerns.
Chizuru, could I have some sake?
Sure. Drink up, babe. As I tipped the bottle, I realized he'd had a full cup only a few moments before. He drunk it awfully fast. Well, you would think he should be able to hold his liquor, but...
You alright? You're drinking quite a bit. I'm in the mood to drink.
He gave Harada a wide, thin smile.
Or what? You going to try to tell me how much sake I can have? Maybe you need a little refresher on how the chain of command works. Besides, compared to you and Shinpachi, I've barely drunk anything.
Yeah, but they drink a lot more often than you. Harada replied with a tight smile.
Hey, Chizuru, is that really sake? I didn't come here to drink water.
Yes, it's sake.
Sure doesn't taste like it. Tell them to bring something stronger.
I think maybe you've had enough. I wasn't sure what I should do.
Oh crap, he's drunk.
What?
Hijikata can't really hold his liquor. Like, at all.
Not at all? That's really unexpected.
What did you say? Fine, let's settle this like men.
What are you doing? You can't draw your sword in here. I cried out and ran to stop him.
Shut up. A girl who can't even drink sake doesn't get to tell me what to do.
I hadn't noticed until now, but his eyes looked unfocused and glassy. He really was drunk.
We need to get him into a room. Come on, quickly.
Okay. They were usually the first to make trouble or jokes, but as we maneuvered Hijikata to his new room, I saw how calm and mature they could be. Yeah, they're reliable guys. They're cool.
Let me go. You think I can't walk on my own?
Right now, no, I don't. I steadied Hijikata and guided him out of the hallway and through the door into his room.
Hey, why am I the only one staying in this room? Nobody wants to hang out with the commander, huh? I see.
That's not it. You're just really drunk right now.
You don't know what you're talking about. I'm not drunk at all.
That's what drunk people say. Before they'd left, Harada and Nagakura had told me quietly that Hijikata almost never drank, and when he did, he didn't get drunk. He must have had a lot on his mind to let himself go that far. Please, just go to sleep. Look, there's a futon. I tried desperately to calm him down and hurried him toward the bed, but... Suddenly, his face was right next to mine, and I could feel his fist gripping the collar of my shirt. What? Did he push me on the ground? It had happened so fast, I'd barely had time to gasp in surprise.
What's happening to us, Chizuru? The damn furies are getting worse by the day.
Oh no. What? I don't know.
Don't give me that. Sanan says he's still researching the water of life. He's always been a stubborn bastard, but he's crossing a line somewhere. I just know it.
Yes, of course. This close to his face, the stench of alcohol was almost overpowering. If there had been any doubt that Hijikata was drunk, the smell pushed that far away.
And these demons, or whatever they are, bunch of assholes. But it seems like they know something. That one, Kazuma, I think. Why does he always talk so damn much? Ought to just come out and say it.
Well, I think that's probably because they consider us their enemies.
Then shouldn't they just say that they know or they don't? Why beat around the bush?
Because they're our enemies. They want to torture us. I don't know. How was I supposed to respond to all that? Even though I knew he wasn't upset at me, his behavior was still making me uncomfortable.
And Soji's just wasting away. Being stuck in bed like that would drive anybody crazy.
What?
And what's going on with Heisuke? Something's bothering him, but he won't say anything. Why the hell won't he talk to me?
I didn't have any experience handling angry inebriates. What could I say to him? I will say... This isn't like you. Chill out, Hijikata. It's not like you to complain like this. I know things are pretty tough right now, but... I looked into his eyes. Isn't it the responsibility of the commander of the Shinsengumi to figure out how to solve these problems? He looked back into my eyes and fell silent. Oh, okay, that's even creepier, man, that smile.
You're right, of course.
Kinda creepy, kinda sexy. Suddenly, his mouth curled up into a smile. I felt a rush of confidence, and my heart began to beat a little faster. And you know you can do it. You can figure it out.
I don't think there's anyone who could snap their fingers and fix all this. But I think I can keep us out of trouble long enough to make it.
His face shone with confidence and determination, and for a moment I saw a flash of fire burning deep in his eyes.
Chizuru, you...
But before I could finish, his body suddenly slumped to the ground. I passed out. Are you okay? But he didn't respond, at least not with words. Is he snoring? Yep. Zzz. Are you... I edged closer and reached out to tap him with a timid finger. Asleep? Yep. Did he at least collapse on the futon? Sudden fatigue pulled down on my body. Hijikata looked peaceful as he slept, but clearly he was keeping a lot of his anxiety hidden from everyone else. I knew he did, of course, but I never understood just how much it weighed down on him until then. The breakdown of relations between the Shinsengumi and Ito seemed to be especially painful for him, more so than for the other captains it seemed. Then again, that was only my guess. Can somebody help me drag him to the futon? He woke early the next morning. Did I spend the night in his room?
My head.
I didn't need to ask to know he was likely suffering from a particularly intense hangover. Here, have some water. I did spend the night in his room. Isn't that kind of, a little suspicious to everybody else? He took the cup from my hand, but refused to meet my eyes. Is something wrong? He's embarrassed. He blushed slightly and coughed. When he spoke, his voice was quiet and a little forced.
Sorry about, last night. I was difficult.
Do you remember everything? Oh. I thought he might have drunk enough not to recall the evening's events clearly, but it seemed I was wrong. I had a feeling part of him would have preferred not to remember.
Yes. I'd like it if you just forgot the whole thing. I wasn't myself.
He blushed harder and turned away again. The icy Commander Hijikata blushing and hiding his face? Definitely worth a laugh. Aw, it's kind of mean though.
Hey, stop that. It's not funny.
Sorry, He was scowling at me, but I couldn't stop laughing. It was definitely an odd feeling to see him looking so embarrassed. And cute! That wasn't a morning I would ever forget. Aw, that was cute. Alright, so next one. Oh, Hijikata Memories of Love 3. So I think the rest of them will be the Memories of Love things. I don't think there's any more of those shared scenarios. Alright, so the next video will be Hijikata Memories of Love 3. Hope to see you there or on one of my other videos. And I'd be so grateful for any likes, comments, subscriptions, or shares with your friends to show some support. Thank you so much for joining me, and I wish you all health, happiness, and safety. Dirili signing out. Bye bye everybody.